Look at this. People often ask me, like, do you really get a benefit from it? Was it worth it? Do you play them a lot? Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for War 1 of Season 33. We're up against GT40, who won War again last season. I think that's 3 in a row for them. And we came in second place. So we've got number 1 versus number 2, at least reigning 1 versus 2. Coming into the season, really pumped up on this. We're going to go over all 4 fights. Shang-Chi completely saves my bacon. And I am happy that every single one of those 206 stones went into him and took him up to rank 4. And then we will take a look at my season recap. And then Campo's spreadsheet there tracking the loyalty usage, potion usage, item usage that we're all going into. We'll talk more about that though when we get to it, but it's expensive. All right, here we go. Let's jump into this. You're going to see this first fight here against Immortal Abomination. I want you to notice he has 153,000 health, so this is a pretty beefy opponent. We got the steady build up Fury here, and then running on fumes. Not too concerned about that because of the crit rate there of Shang-Chi. Heal debuff, we're going to want to get that off. As a result, though, I am not going to be running the recoil tree masteries. Maybe I should have. You'll see why. I believe this node used to have like an ability accuracy reduction for that. I haven't taken this node in an extremely long time. And then this while they're down. So my immediate plan was to just try to focus on my cleansing strike and then just repeat that. I also didn't want Immortal Abomination throwing any of his special 2s. So I wanted to bait his special 1s. I felt like with the damage that Shang-Chi would do, if I could just get Immortal Abomination for 1 or 2, we'd be totally fine. I don't want to hit his block too much because he places that weakness on you. But I guess if I'm really focused on it, I could get my cleansing strike off and it wouldn't be too big of an issue. You see the nice Fury buff we've got there too. And then right over here, I'm starting to be like, okay, Immortal Abomination, throw your special, buddy. So I'm really doing everything I can. I feel like I'm leaving myself very open. I'm getting pretty close. The one benefit to this, though, is with those dexes, we are often building up our wushu strikes. So you can see this is kind of going, right now I'm starting to get, I'm not worried. I'm not worried because we're chipping down his health pool. But if I get cornered, I'm like, oh no, now I've gotten parried. And then I was like, you know what? I've got a rank 4, I'm full boosted, Sig 200 Shang-Chi. Look at this. Look at this. People often ask me, like, do you really get a benefit from it? Was it worth it? Do you play him a lot? No, I don't play any champion a lot. But having the confidence to just do that, be like, I'm gonna get myself backed out of the corner. I don't want him throwing the special 3 or the special 2. I don't think it's gonna go well, but being like, we're gonna be able to finish off this beefy Immortal Abomination here. It's not the ideal way to play it at all. And no, I don't think Shang-Chi sees the most benefit from his signature ability, but this game is meant to be for fun. I enjoy playing it. I took him up as my first rank 4. Really excited to do it. And you saw the extra burst damage there off of the special 2 from having the Sig 200. So I think it was worth it. I think I used probably every single ounce of it there to get him down. Now, going to the same thing, steady build up Fury, long distance relationship here against this Korg. I actually was originally assigned this fight with just Apocalypse without the cable synergy. And this is insult to energy, or insult to injury. Maybe this is the note I was thinking about earlier. And I asked if I could bring in the cable synergy and then take an additional fight with Shang-Chi. Clown was like, yeah, that sounds good to me, man. And for me, that was just about like shifting the risk. This fight, well, you'll see how it goes here. Not that I was overly terrified of it by having Apocalypse not ramped up, but I wanted him ramped up just in case something went wrong. And you see, I'm even using the power back boost. This fight it did concern me more than the fight that we'll take in the future. And I knew Shang-Chi would handle that fight. So here we go. You can see the game plan there here. And I'm basically just going to get to my special 2, see how much damage that does, and then recycle those power boosts. I'm gonna back off so I don't have too many of the, what was it, the weaknesses there. Obviously you don't want weakness on you. Apocalypse handles so much of what Korg does, or what makes Korg different there with that shrug that he's got. So, and then if I could, I'm only taking 1 fight with Apocalypse, so I wasn't even too worried about hitting in with a light attack initially to get those rock stacks down. I wasn't too concerned with it. You get Korg to that SP2, that's the one that's significantly easier to evade. Creates the opening, and then watch this. We're just gonna go and look how much damage this does. Look how much damage this does. Obviously, you want to get those rock stacks off before you throw that special 2. For some reason, that SP1 just really caught me off guard. Not that I'm great with the decks, but that just completely caught me off guard. But this is why I was assigned Apocalypse for the fight. He's just so big and does so much as I throw the special into the rock stacks after saying not to do that, but it's fine. The fight was in hand, and I can see why I was assigned the fight without the cable synergy there. It would have been totally fine. I still like the Shang-Chi fight, though, as an option for the fight. We'll go over that when we get there. Now, we've got the steady build-up Unblockable, so when the attacker's 3 or more debuffs, the defender becomes unblockable. As a result, I'm definitely not going to be running the recoil tree masteries. You know, I would have those 2 debuffs on me. Spam going unblockable sounds like a horrible, horrible time. The one thing I didn't account for was me being able to go unblockable, but it works out just fine. Then we've got this special burst lockdown. So whenever he throws, he being spam throws a special, it's going to place his debuffs on me. And this is why I was like, I don't want to deal with it. Just in case something goes wrong, Shang-Chi has plenty of damage. Never taken this fight before, this no defender combination with Shang-Chi. So we're going to go in. He also has, though, he being Spork, has an increased ability accuracy, meaning when I place a slow debuff, it only reduces the ability accuracy by 100%. So my slow will not really work in this case, right? So what I did is I worked on just pairing him if I really needed to buy time, because his spider nonsense will go down. When he gets to 6, that's when he has that chance to evade, but it will eventually go away. And so here we go. So I'm going to work on getting my cleanses up, right? I don't want to get too many debuffs on me. It'll help with the power stings. It'll help with the debuffs when Spider-Ham throws a special. And right now we're feeling good. I was trying to figure out like why I had gone unblockable, but I was like, oh, it must be the node. Then I want you to see this here. Watch how quickly we get saved. I'm going to go in. I'm going to be late on this punish. He resists it, but we purify the stun, which gives me enough time to back out of that heavy. Without that, that could have been a problem. That really could have been a problem, but that purify, that cleanse that Shang-Chi has, I was like, whew, that felt good. I'm not too concerned about that power sting. I probably should have tried to get it off of me to begin with. It was just one. I really just want to get through this fight. The longer a fight goes with the champion like this is like Hit Monkey, they can just destroy you, right? So I just want to get this done. And we're going to go in and finish off little Spork here. I actually thought the first special 2 would finish him, but I think that's really just a nice showcase of what Shang-Chi can do, even if you take away one of his abilities, meaning like the slow wasn't going to work the way it should be. He still has so much in his kit to help you out. I love this champion. Here, you're seeing me having to heal up here, and I really had to think about it. This is interesting. We'll talk about this a bit more with the potions, and I took the screenshot there to make sure I had the full number for us when we track this. But it was interesting for me, like really having to think about, do I want to use the potions? How many should I use? What level? Something we haven't had to do the last few seasons. So here we go. You saw the node combination. Like I said, this was for me by far the easiest fight. I was just extremely comfortable with this. I'm basically just going to build Wushu strikes as fast as I can and get to my special 2. I don't want to make it sound like there was some special tactic or strategy using this fight. You know, we're gonna. Oh, I didn't even evade. Apparently, I wasn't feeling too happy or too comfortable. It's my last fight anyway. I know that evade, but I wasn't worried about it. And I think I'm just gonna go and finish her off here. Yeah, come on, buddy. There we go. The damage is huge. The damage is massive. You can do those sorts of things with Shang-Chi. So the other fights, I think there was very exciting things showing off what Shang-Chi can do. This one was just like, hey, look, you can get to your SP2 and really do a big SP2. So that's it there. Having some fun there. PWF saw, I guess, was maybe watching the map when this fight went bad. So Shang-Chi is bad. It's like, he really is. It is unfortunate. He's such a terrible champion. You know, it's fun to make jokes like that. Just get off a little bit of the stress of a war fight. This war ended up being close. When I was going to bed this evening, or that evening, we were down pretty significant. It was like 8-1, 8-2, something like that. It looked like it just wasn't going to go our way. A lot of first war of the season, I think, just kind of like getting rest off. You saw my first fight there with the Mortal Abomination. I just happened to have a rank 4 Shang-Chi, Sig 200, who handled the problem for me, who saved me. But these things just happen. And then GT40 actually had some deaths. It ended up being a relatively close war. I think it was like 8-6 or something like that. But it is what it is. They clutched it out. Thank you, I guess, as I like to say, and congratulations to our MVPs, Clowniest Clown, X-Phase, and B Manny. I'm now in BG2 with Clowniest Clown and B Manny. I'm sure 4 Loki will be fine, not really worried about it. Losing to GT40 is kind of like, not that it's okay, not that it doesn't feel badly. You want to win that war, and we actually had a chance there, but I'm not worried about it. Let's put it that way. All right, let's go ahead and jump over and take a look at the season stats, and then we will look at the potion stuff. That stuff's really starting to add up. All right, only one war so far in the season. We did lose it, so for Loki, most important stat I always like to say, we're 0-1. Had 4 kills, 0 deaths. Obviously, no boss solos. Only 2 champions came in and took fights, being APOC and Shang-Chi. Those are awesome, awesome champions. Cable just came in for synergy, so we're not tracking that. And then my defense did not get any kills, unfortunately. So 25% APOC, 75% Shang-Chi. Really looking forward to see how this plays out over the course of the season. Kind of fun to finally be able to bring in my rank 4 Shang-Chi and take some real fights with him. So I'm pumped up on that in a new battleground. So there's new dynamic, new assigner. Should be a really, really fun season. All right, let's take a look at those potion costs. All right, here's the loyalty and potion tracker. Now, this is completely from Campo. As I've talked about for a while now, myself, and many of the players on the rankings team, and we've got some players who are not in tier 1 as well. We're going to be tracking our loyalty and our item usage that comes from loyalty. We'll be getting a video out on that kind of midway through the season, and we will be reporting this back to Kabam. We'll also be obviously getting this information out to you so we can really look at, like, how bad is this going to be? After one war, holy cow. Now, I've done enough videos on this. If you want to go and check my my page out, you will see the videos, you'll see me talking about it. I have my theories on it, I have my predictions, and yet at the same time, this is obviously concerning. This is obviously concerning. I only took 4 fights. That's not even the average. Average would be, I guess, 5 if they were split evenly amongst everyone in the battle group, but I took 4. Did not die once. I was boosted pretty heavily, which is pretty common in tier 1 war. And I used 4 level 4 potions, so not even the big ones. And that ended up costing me 80,000 loyalty. And then as we move down here, you'll see I used some power boosts, right? Some special boosts and power boosts. I ended up using a decent amount of those and 1 invulnerability, just 1. And that cost 36,000 loyalty for a total after 1 war where I did not die and I took 4 fights. It was 116,000 loyalty. We will obviously been tracking like how much is coming in. I still hope, I believe / hope, maybe it's just optimism because I just want it to be true, that as this goes away and as compensation stops coming in, there will be new avenues, new ways to easily get loyalty, because I love this mode of the game and I would hate to see it die. And I think it would if these were the costs and there's no huge influx of ways to get loyalty. So sorry to end this on a downer, but this is reality. We will report things as they are accurate and true. We'll keep tracking this. We'll track it over the course of the season. I think it will be an evolving situation. So it's kind of nice we're getting videos out, every other day here, every 2 days, where we can continue to track this and update any news if there is any. Thank you so much for watching. Also, this is from Campo. Go to his channel, subscribe. You'll become a better player. Trust me. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.